Good morning, half-asters. We're coming to you not so live from John Prince Park in West Palm Beach, Florida. We've been here for 3 days putting the brand new Tiffin Wayfarer through its paces. We really have enjoyed these 3 days. We're going to do a walk-around tour of the RV on the outside, and then we're going to go inside. We're going to talk about some things we've experienced since we've been here, and some things that we like, and some things that we don't like as much. So join us as we do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan. And we are the Half-Ass Travelers. If you've seen our video, The Hunt for the Perfect RV, where we scoured the RV Super Show in Tampa looking for our favorite, you'll see that we chose the Tiffin Wayfarer as our #1 van. It's been a long road. It's been about 6 months, and we finally made Rose's dream come true. Our Wayfarer is a little bit different than the one we saw at the show. One big difference is the engine in this unit. The one we saw had the older Mercedes 6-cylinder turbo diesel, and this one's got the 4-cylinder twin turbo. It's got a little bit more power, a little bit more torque, and that's useful because we're going to be pulling a little bit more weight than we did in our Class B, which had the older 6-cylinder engine. As far as the outside goes, it's got the automatic steps, which we really like. When you're at the campground, you can turn those steps off, which is why they're out right now, and that way they're not continually going in and out. There's a switch right inside the door that does that. Here's something that we used last night. We were watching a hockey game.
Love it.
Yeah, this was nice. We had about, 6 of us out here all around this television. We knew we were going to use it a lot, and guess what? We actually did use it a lot. Now, we thought there was a lot more storage in the Wayfarer. There's really not a lot of outside storage. We've got this compartment here, and while it does go all the way back to here, the inverter's in there, taking up a little space. This and one other storage is really the only storage we've got on the outside. But fear not, because it's large enough to fit our chairs in it, and really that's the most important thing, right, Rose? As we go to the back, this is not a storage container. This is the propane tank. It's a large propane tank, and it's very easy to operate. You just turn this knob one way and the other, and it turns on and off the propane. Couldn't be easier. There's not much else on this side. Now, this is a nice feature because what you have here is, in fact, I have the key on me. So let's see if I can figure out how to do this. What this is a fresh tank fill. Now you'll see it doesn't have a threading for a garden hose or anything. That's because there is a fill for that on the other side. When you don't have, let's say you're at you're boondocking in a park that doesn't have a threaded water connection on the spigot, you can actually refill your freshwater tank in this unit from jerry cans or buckets or anything you can find. And that'll allow you to fill your freshwater tank when you don't have a hose connection, and that's super useful. This compartment here is just for the back of the refrigerator. We haven't had the need. Some people put a fan back there. We haven't had that need yet, even though it's been really hot. All right, let's go around the other side. There's no secret what's in this compartment. You can see it's got the sewer hookup. We're still hooked up. The water. City and dry. You got an outdoor shower, you got the water filter, water pump, and a 12-volt outlet. Also, you've got a storage bin for the sewer hose under there. And then there's only one other storage container because this front door is the generator. Of course, I have to unlock it. That would help. Yeah. It's not easy to maneuver underneath the slide, but there's the 4K propane generator.
Oh, you're still so nimble.
I know. And then this storage bin right here is one that I'm using to store a lot of the stuff we use when we're doing the hookups. So, and there's also a transfer switch in there and 12-volt power. And that's pretty much it for storage on the outside. It's not a lot. That's one of the downsides. All right, let's go around to the inside. The door is fairly easy to operate. It looks like they've updated the door from what they used to have. Was kind of like had a bunch of, remember the old plastic doors they had? It was kind of gray and white. This is just a standard RV door. It works just fine. You've got the screen door here. And what we try to do is put the screen and the door together before we open and close it. You do have to be a little forceful when you're closing the door. We've noticed that if we aren't forceful enough, it'll leave a little gap. Of course, it's not doing it now, but it has in the past.
And what was missing on the door?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that, because there's no shade on the inside of the door. There's nothing to pull down to block it. When we're in the RV, people can see right in the RV. We're gonna have to buy an aftermarket shade. Why wouldn't that come with the RV? We were scratching our head at that one. So it is what it is. All right, let's go inside. As you come in the door of the coach, you've got the controllers for the unit. This is very similar to the Firefly system we had in our Class B. You can see it's got different screens. It gives you your tank levels. It's got the tank heater button and the water pump button, as well as all the lights. It's also got the control for the slide and the 2 fans that are up in the ceiling. You can also hook your phone up using the mobile app button, and you can control this whole thing from your cell phone. Over here is the awning control. Now we had one, not concern, but we had one little gripe about the awning. It seems like it's very sensitive. Anything more than a gentle breeze and the awning wants to auto retract. We've also found that sometimes if we slam the door hard underneath the awning, it starts to auto retract even when there's no wind. So we may have to have that sensitivity adjusted if that's possible. When we first came in, we were kind of looking for where the controller for the audio was, because on the awning there are 2 speakers. We just didn't know how to control them. Well, this looks like a cap of some sort. It is a cap. It comes right off. That's the Bose, or the Boss, not Bose. That's the Boss stereo controller, and you can connect via Bluetooth, or you can just play. It's got a built-in tuner, so that's good. It makes it really easy to play the music of your choice. The front cabin space is actually useful space. If you flip the passenger seat around, it comes with these additional cushions to make these seats usable when they're flipped around. And I got to tell you, I was skeptical about how comfortable this seat would be, but I got to tell you, it is surprisingly comfortable. You can adjust the back using the controls on the door. You can recline it. You can push it forward or back. There's a table that goes right here in the floor. Yeah, and the table would be here. So this is actually usable space, and this adds the amount of people that you can have in the coach entertaining or sitting having a conversation. It's really nice. The other thing, we were a little surprised when we bought the Wayfarer that there were no
blackout shades.
Yeah, no blackout shades for the driving compartment. I mean, I thought that was standard that they would come with an RV, because you really can't use the RV without them. There's no other way to close off the front from the back, so you'd have people just being able to see right into your RV. So we went on Amazon and grabbed these shades. Actually, we like these better. The ones in our Class B are a little heavy, and they're canvas. Yeah, they were very hard to operate. These ones are more like cardboard texture. They stick on the window using suction cups, and they've got a reflective surface on the outside. They're so light and so easy to use. They fold right up like a piece of cardboard. All 3 of them can fit in this little bag. If you're interested in what we're using, if I can find it, I'll put the link in the description, but here's the name. This is the bag that they go in. So this is the one for the Sprinter. I don't know, there's a year range on there, but this is the one for our Sprinter. So if you're interested in that, check out the description. When we filmed our Finding the Perfect RV video in Tampa, we ended our video with us sitting in these recliners. We are so happy we went with recliners rather than the dinette. I had some concerns not having a dinette with workspace. Those concerns were unwarranted, because if I pull this table, this is the Lagoon table. There are Lagoon table mounts on the couches and the recliners. You can see the other one there. They are very versatile. I can put my laptop here. I can put a little notebook here and my mouse. And I got to tell you, this is a more comfortable workspace when I'm working than my office at home. And there's a little bonus, because even while you're working, you can put your feet up and continue to work. This is just a really comfortable, I mean, it was almost a pleasure to be doing all that video editing, right, Rose?
Yep.
Now you hear that the recliner is doing a little bit of moaning. That's because these were not really broken in yet. These things are still rubbing against each other. But we love the recliners. We're so happy we went this route, and we have no complaints. One thing we do have a complaint about, well, not really a complaint, just like kind of a, I don't know, an annoyance. In the Wayfarer, we've got this small TV up here in the above the kitchen. I mean, it's got some nice storage in the back of it, but the TV's there. There's also a second TV back in the bedroom, a larger TV, and this one actually swivels out. The issue comes, we thought we were going to be able to use, like be able to watch TV like in different rooms. Like if Rose wants to watch something on one TV and I can watch it on the other. However, this remote controls both TVs. So we'll be in one room, and every time you do something on the TV, this one wants to turn on, or vice versa. The other TV wants to turn on when we're watching in here. And if we're changing channels, it changes the channels on both TVs. And it's really not an option to try to get the remote out of line of sight, because this remote works really well. So that's a little bit of an annoyance. It's not so bad. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the kitchen, even though this is Rose's baby. In case you hadn't noticed, Rose can be a little camera shy sometimes. She doesn't really like, she'd rather be behind the camera. She's more of a photographer than a in front of the screen kind of person. That's why you'll see me a lot more than her, even though she's a lot better looking than I am. But let me talk about our kitchen, because Rose told me to tell you that she loves this kitchen. The sink is really large, and we like having the versatility of the split opening, because you can just use half of it and still have that bit of counter space. And Rose absolutely loves this faucet. She was saying the other day, it's got a controller here. It's really nice to have. The induction cooktop works better than our induction cooktop at home. Rose was saying that last night. We were cooking on it. And we love everything about this kitchen. It's got the pop-up outlets.
For my coffee maker?
For her coffee maker, right? And if we want to get an air fryer, we can get an air fryer, because although we love this microwave and convection oven, we would love it even more if it also had the air fryer feature. And I know that is relatively new, and they didn't put it in here because it probably came out after they had built this coach. That's really nice. Now, if we have one complaint about the kitchen, it's this. They provide this drawer with a cutting board type surface to give you a little more counter space. It would have been nice if they would have made this cutting board so it could be removed from the drawer, because there's some space under there that's wasted. If they could have figured out a way to hinge this so we could maybe put utensils under it, it would have been a nice use of the space, and probably a smarter use of the space, more efficient. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's not a big deal. It just would have been more efficient. And one more thing, while I'm talking about these outlets on the counter, you got the two 12 volts, but you also have USBs. Yeah, the USB plugs, those are USB-As. There are USB-A plugs all over the place in this coach. Even on these little reading lights, there's USB-A, USB-A in the outlets, every outlet on each side of the bed. They are everywhere. Unfortunately, most of our electronics now are running off of USB-C plugs, which is the smaller plug. So we're gonna have to figure that out. It's hard for them to keep up with the new trends. We understand that. We'll probably have to get some adapters or whatever to make it a little bit more user-friendly. But the good thing is there's plenty of 12-volt plugs, so we can use the little boxes still. Now we're going to transition. Kind of the fridge is in the bedroom area, but that's fine in case you want to get a soda in the middle of the night or something. But we like this fridge. It's a lot bigger than the one in our Class B. You have to make sure that there's a fan on the top shelf. Got to make sure you're keeping that area. Take that right there. That area around that fan, you want to keep that clear. We had a hard time getting the thing to cool because we had jammed everything in there, and I didn't realize that fan was there. So once we took that away from the fan, it cooled pretty quickly. And then we've got the separate freezer, which is nice. We're going to work out some kind of ice tray bin thing there to get that to work a little better for us. Let's talk about this Murphy bed. All right. Always have concerns about, first of all, the couch on the Murphy bed. All right, no concerns, because this is how we've been using the Murphy bed couch. And it is so comfortable. And I can flip around and lay the other way, and we could both watch this TV, Rose in her recliner doing her work, and me like lying on the couch, or vice versa. It's really nice. This couch is really comfortable. For a Murphy bed sofa, I think this is the most comfortable Murphy bed sofa couch that I've ever seen. All right, we're gonna put the Murphy bed down because I wanna show you what we did with the bedding. This is a very easy to operate Murphy bed. You just lock up this pad and you just swing the bed down in all the bedding. Just comes right down to the floor. You don't want it to hit too hard, so you just guide it down. That's it. And the bed is ready to go. You can see you can leave all your bedding on there. And what we did is you've got this mattress that comes with it, which is pretty thick. We added a 2-inch layer of memory foam over it. We put a fitted sheet over the whole thing, and then we tucked in everything else around it. You can see it's in this tray, and it makes it so easy. You don't have to keep taking the bed apart every time, which was one of the things we didn't like about our Class B. The downside to this is these cabinets, during the day, you can't get to them easily. You'd have to take the whole couch apart and pull down the Murphy bed. So we're going to use this to store stuff like toilet paper rolls, all the stuff that we don't need every day, like extra storage. This window is kind of a waste. By the time we go to bed, we're not using the window anyway. It's nice to have, a little bit of light, but we really haven't used it like that. The reading lights are nice. There is one complaint we have about the bedroom, and that is, let me take that from you, Rose. I'm going to show them. This light switch here that is on the wall, it's just a regular light switch, right? Well, I got to tell you, in the middle of the night, that's bright. That is a bright light right in your face. I know that we are nitpicking here, but it's pretty bright. So we came up with a temporary solution. We're going to just put something over it. But we thought that we would be using these cushions from the couch at the head of the bed. If we do that, then our feet are going to be hanging off by about a foot. So that's not an option. The pillows have to go all the way up to the top. But you can put the cushions on the side. And that's what we did to cover up that light switch, is we just put a cushion in front of it as a temporary fix until we get the real fix. All right, now we're working our way back to the rear end of the coach. We are not going to open up all these cabinets because frankly we have all our stuff in there and there is a lot of space in here. This is a lot more than we had in our B. Half of it's empty right now because we just don't know what to do with it. And we were only doing like a 3-day trip. I think when we go for the big trip, we'll be able to fill it up. You see the sound bar for the TV. That's nice to have. And then these are the controllers for all of the systems in here. Let's talk about these very briefly. This is the solar controller. It tells us exactly what our solar panels are doing up on the roof. And this is the Victron Energy. This is what's telling us about the status of our lithium batteries. There is an app you can connect that you can get on your phone, and it has a complete rundown of everything you ever wanted to know and more about the status of your batteries. You've also got the controllers for the television, switching between the antenna and the cable. This right here is the AquaHot water heater system. This is a great system because when you're hooked up to electric, all you have to do is turn the electric hot water heater on. And you just got to give it about 5 minutes and you'll have on-demand heat for whatever fixture or shower that you're using. If you need hot water right away or you don't have an electrical connection, then you can use the propane. Just turn that switch on and that will heat the water using the propane tank in the unit. But it's good because you can turn that off and not use your propane when you're hooked into power, ground power. We leave them both off because sometimes that electric can be a little loud. This is the controller for the inverter, which you need when you're running off your batteries. You don't have any shore power. You put that on so you can use your 12-volt outlets. And then this is the generator. We've got a 4K generator. We showed you outside. Propane generator. We haven't had to use that yet. But you can start it here and shut it off here. You can also start it and shut it off on the generator itself. And then we also have a Winegard satellite antenna on the roof. If you turn this on, the antenna automatically starts tracking to the nearest satellite. We have not hooked up our dish network, although it is set up for dish network. We've got the controller and everything. We just haven't decided if that's what we're going to want to do yet. This little rubber thing came unstuck, but it's not a big deal. You fix it just like that. Oh, this one came unstuck too.
What the heck you doing, hon?
Repairing. That's it. That's RV repairs. All right. Now the best part. This is the best part of the RV. This shower. And we said it at the show. This is a huge shower for this size, for a 25-foot, 8-inch RV. This shower is monstrous, and we love this shower door. This is just one of the things we love most about this. We had some folks over yesterday. We were watching the hockey game, and they were telling us how much they had not seen a shower this big, or they were surprised that the shower was this big in this size unit, and so were we. The toilet's in a little bit of a precarious position here. It's fine for using it, but when you're in here getting ready, and you just know it's there. It's not really in the way, but you know it's there. But on the good side is if Rose needs to do her hair, she has a seat that she can do her makeup and her hair. So that's really nice. Everything else in here, we haven't had any complaints. These shades are great. All the windows, I don't know if we mentioned it, the sun usually comes in here in the morning. So we've got the blackout shade that we can put down when the direct sunlight's coming through, or you've got a privacy shade. And that's what we've been using the most because you can still see through it. And look, we got a nice lake view. But yeah, we love the bathroom. It's huge. Overall, we're very happy with our Wayfarer purchase. It's just, everything is perfect the way we need it.
It feels like home.
It does feel like home.
It's very cozy, it's light, it's airy, everything is very functional.
And it's a lot more room than our Class B.
A lot more room.
But it's only 3 feet longer than our Class B.
Yeah.
All this extra space. Now, granted, we have the slide on here. It's a little bit of weight. We haven't towed yet. That's going to be another experience, and we'll see how that goes. We've been driving it, though, and I got to tell you, it drives really nicely. No problem. We've got the new Mercedes engine in it, the 4-cylinder twin turbo. It's got more horsepower and more torque, so we really didn't notice that much of a difference between the Class B and the Class C. So overall, now we've only been, 3 days here?
3 days.
So this is our evaluation after 3 days. As you follow us over, how long are we going to have this?
I don't know.
We don't know. As you follow us over the next few months, some things of our assessments may change, but for right now, couldn't be happier with our Wayfarer purchase, and we are not affiliated with Tiffin in any way, shape, or form. We just tell it like it is.
So let's show them how we're going to spend the rest of our day.
Oh yeah, yep. That's a good call, Rose. Good call. Oh wait, now wait, but the wine bottle's way over there.
Oh.
First world problems. Half-assers, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Don't forget to ring that bell for notifications so you'll be told whenever we post a new video. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And now that we have the new RV, we're going to be going on some more road trips. So we have been posting a lot of RV reviews, but we're going to start posting some videos of our trips, and we hope that's something that you want to see. But don't worry, we're still going to be doing the reviews as well.
So we'll see you later.
Happy travels.